Hello, and welcome to the All In podcast with Nate Peo. Of course, I'm your host, Nate Peo. Today's guest is Jenna Atkinson with the P5 Project. P5 stands for Purpose, Passion, Profits, Progress, and Possibilities. The P5 Project helps driven, action-oriented women, entrepreneurs, and leaders set and achieve even bigger goals to increase their income, impact, and influence to thrive in an economy. She is the host of the P5 Women's Summit, a dynamic live event with a powerhouse speaker lineup. Pitch competition for female founders and opportunities to connect with fellow business leaders, partners, and resources to grow and scale your business. If you're ready to commit to make big things happen, she is ready and willing to be your number one hype girl and help you connect with training, resources, and people to help you succeed along the way. Jenna is also a graduate of the Wisconsin School of Business at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and she enjoys spending time with her husband, Matt, and two daughters, Isabella, 3, and Alex, 1. Welcome to the show, Jenna. How are you?
Hey, thanks so much for having me, Nate. This is so exciting. I know it's like the thing to read people's bios and, podcasts or events or stuff like that, but even like the coolest people, not that I'm the coolest people, but like even the coolest people I feel like sound boring in a bio. So thanks for sending it out there, but I can't wait to chat the real deal about the P5 project, some of the cool stuff we're doing, and some tips along the way.
Do you find like you write this bio sometimes and it takes like, I don't know, like it kind of lingers around for like maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you're like doing shows and getting the bio and it's like, you know what, I really need to update that. But so much happens so quickly that like, how do you rewrite a bio for a podcast? I don't know.
That's a good question. That's why when I started hosting, like we have every Wednesday, it's called the P5 Power Hour, and we have a guest. It's just like live via Zoom video. So video podcast. It's not actually a podcast, but guest experts that share strategies and insights, all different stuff to help people increase their income, impact, and influence. But we're all about at the P5 Project, and we have these crazy, successful, amazing entrepreneurs, executives, authors that have done so many things, and like you said, it's just like constantly something new or changing, or the numbers are different, or new accolades that are cool. It's like I just started saying, hey, Nate, thanks so much for coming to this show. I would do a bio, but you guys, trust me, Nate's the best of the best, and I'm going to turn it right over to him because he's going to be able to do this way better and way more justice than I could do for him. And that, has helped for me because then I don't have to try to find everyone's bio. And actually, I think it's a lot more interesting when it's coming directly from the person's mouth that's doing the
I'm kind of digging this idea, but do you prep them like, hey, you're going to be given your own bio, or do you
no,
just, like,
I mean, I'm hoping these people, if they're good enough to be on the show and share their strategies and make a lot of money and make a lot of impact, that they can give their own elevator pitch of themselves for a couple minutes.
I think I'm gonna like switch to that, because another thing I always tell people is like, you got a limited amount of time to grab people's attention and draw them in. So like if you're doing a video and you're like, hi, I'm Nate and I'm doing this, and this, people are like, oh, yawn, like get to the stuff already. Besides, your name's already on the list, right? Your name's right there. Like you don't have to repeat your name. And I could be like the same way, like the bios in the show notes, the bios on the post, like read that and like let's just jump right to it. Like, what are you up to? So with
no one cares about the background. They want to know like, hey, what's in this for me? What tips can I get? What can I use? How can I get some value other than being able to write someone else's resume?
Yeah, I like it. So what is the P5 Project? Where did that inspiration come from?
The P5 Project, like you said in the intro, Nate, I mean, so it does have some, value and use for an overview, but the P5 Project stands for Purpose, Passion, Profits, Progress, and Possibilities. We help women, entrepreneurs, executives, and leaders increase their income, impact, and influence. We do that through dynamic live events. Obviously, right now, all of that right now is virtual, and it's led to a lot of really cool opportunities and new projects that we wouldn't have thought of or explored before all of this. So silver lining there. But it's still a pretty new company. I actually started this one in end of 2019. So it's not just a little over a year old. What a great time to start a business around live events, right? Big live events. But it started because before that, I had another training and consulting business where I worked a lot nationally with high net worth financial firms, accounting firms, law firms, and I would help them build their book of business. So I helped with their sales strategy, business development, marketing, and I would help them get clients, help them build their brand, grow their bottom line. And the business was doing really well. That was kind of my history before I started, in entrepreneurship. I worked for some big top 100 financial firms and high net worth financial firms. So that was where my, experience and expertise kind of was. So started my own business from there. But I was doing a lot of traveling, and then, like you mentioned, my husband and Matt and I had two little girls under 2. So we had these two little girls, and I was doing traveling and working, and I just like wasn't excited about the actual work anymore. Very smart people, very good at what they do, but accountants, attorneys, not the most thrilling group to necessarily work with if you're not that same type of person. So I just really wanted to take a step back and say, okay, if I'm trading my time away from what, is the number one priority for me, which is my family, my kids, my husband, making sure everything is good there first. If I'm trading time away from them, it really needs to be for something that is for a bigger purpose and make a bigger impact than just giving me a big paycheck because I, can get results or I'm good at it. So that's where the P5 project came from. I grew up in Wisconsin in the Midwest, and especially women there, it was really interesting to me to hear how they talked about money and financial success and just some of the kind of negative money mindsets around it. A lot of it was unconscious even. I mean, I thought the same thing for a long time before I got some of these other outside opportunities that kind of pulled me out of that. But the P5 project really wants to be able to show women that you can think big, set and achieve big goals personally and professionally, and that pursuing financial success doesn't and shouldn't be about yourself and material things, and I can have 5 nice cars and a mansion and blah blah blah, which statistically, you guys, that's more what guys spend it on. So we can go to a whole nother topic about that, but I think that's why women go to that like, oh, I don't need that money because I don't care about all those things. But we want to position and help women see that the more successful you can be financially, that's just a tool to amplify the impact and the way that you can serve and help other people. When I talk to the majority of women entrepreneurs and say, what do you do? They don't dive into the products or services or the tactical stuff right away. They say, I really am passionate about helping blah, 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 or I help, serve this, or I fix this problem, because women just, I don't know, DNA want to help other people, I feel like. Not that guys don't too, Nate. Of course you do too. But they like focus differently mindset, and they don't always necessarily connect how the money and finances part leads directly to how much of that help or service to other people you can have. So we just want to make that mindset shift and then connect them with, mentors, resources, high level training, tools, everything they need to accomplish those big goals, whether they're in a more traditional kind of entrepreneurial city that's used to that stuff, or in a, Green Bay, Cheesehead, Wisconsin in the Midwest. It doesn't matter, especially now where everything's virtual.
I think it's pretty powerful that you recognize that opportunity and stepped into it, and you're using your gifts to make a difference where you feel like your passion, your helpfulness, like you're resonating with the same people that are like you, that want to find financial success, but at the same time you're not just helping out another boring business that that there's no purpose behind it. And I think too, as you look at like who the influencers are in this financial success, they tend to either be like you said, the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis, or they're in some other like spiritual like
Yeah.
enlightenment, or the only other one I could think of is like Susie Orman, like credit, like solutions. But like it's definitely missing is somebody that inspires others to build businesses and make an impact in people's lives financially. And what does that mean to you? And so a lot of times you talk to people and like you go, okay, well, what are the things that you're doing? You're like, oh, I'm working 80 hours a week to build this lifestyle. So maybe one day in the future I can, work 30 hours a week and spend time with my kids and travel and all this other things. You go like, well, what if you created a business that allowed you to do that now, and you incorporated it in, you create a lifestyle around it? What would that mean to you? And so then maybe those financial things become important, because you're like, yeah, I don't need a Ferrari, Lamborghini, private jet, but what if I made enough money that I didn't have a house payment and I could live wherever I wanted, and I could work flexible hours and at the time and skill I want, and help other people? Like that could be a big influence too. So where do you think the future is with women in entrepreneurship? I mean, with COVID happening, everything going virtual, there's so many people out there creating business and finding that they have skills that are necessary and needed. Where do you see that going?
Yeah, so if you read any of the headlines right now, which I try to stay away from because, hey, you got to focus on the things you can control, and that stuff is such an energy suck. But specifically when it comes to the economic impacts of the last year and, COVID related shutdowns and changes in employment and even like virtual schooling, there has been a disproportionately large negative impact on women for a number of reasons, whether it was women-owned businesses or women in a traditional, more executive role. And a lot of that's around, kids that were home for virtual school or needing to take care of things at home or take care of other family members or just take on more responsibilities. So if you look at the numbers in terms of women-owned business closures or even numbers of women that had to leave the workforce, it's disproportionately high for women. So there's a lot of negativity in the headlines about, how much this situation has set women back from even the progress that they've made over the, past several years. And I like to think that bold prediction for me and from the P5 project is, even with all of this, bad stuff that happened from it, obviously you can't deny that, and it's definitely tough out there. I think what happened in 2020 will lead to the creation of more self-made female millionaires than ever before. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but I think a big part is starting at childhood. Even subconsciously, the way people talk about and send messages to boys and girls about money is totally different. Like, think about when you're little, and when I was little, like, for girls, it was all about, you know, you know, be conservative, save your money. Do you really need that extra latte? Like, plan for your future. Don't take risks. Like, do what you need to provide security for you and your family, because, that's important to women, or, quotes, important to women, which it is for me, but not everyone. Where more guys, it's all about take risks, make money. You're good at math. You can do this. Like, do what you got to do. Like, go out there, spend money. If you got to sleep on your friend's couch, sleep on your friend's couch in college. Who cares? Like, go for the big payout, whatever. Where women, it's like, oh my God, you slept on your cousin's couch to try to start a business. I can't believe that. So the mindset from way early is different for men and women. And that typically drives more women into, historically, traditional corporate jobs because of the perceived security of that. The paycheck, the benefits, the perceived security. Well, 2020 showed everyone pretty quick, regardless of how quote unquote secure or well established or big a business was or an industry was, it could be gone overnight. So that security portion for women is gone. And not gone, but a lot of that perception is gone. And I think a lot of the things that held women in those jobs or kept them there was they were comfortable. They weren't coming home and saying like, oh man, I love my corporate job. This is so cool. It's so fulfilling. I love it so much. what kept them there is comfort. Comfort is the killer of excellence, because it's really tough to leave that warm, soft, safe nest of whatever you have to go for something bigger, even if that bigger thing would, fulfill you more, or, make you more happy, successful, whatever it is that you want to achieve. But 2020 is kicking people out of that comfort nest, and the barrier to entry for so many types of businesses, regardless of your industry, regardless of your product, regardless of your service, regardless of your expertise, the barrier to entry to start a business or add new income streams is lower than ever. So we have all these people that lost their job, or are reconsidering their priorities or their job, or thinking about starting a business, or thinking about the importance more than ever of taking control of their finances and having multiple streams of income, whether they're an entrepreneur or not. And the barrier is just so low to try new things. And if it works, awesome. If it doesn't, go on to the next thing. And I think we're going to have a lot more women millionaires coming out of this than had this not happened.
I don't doubt that your prediction will be right. It's interesting, like a few things I want to comment on is like, I was trying to like rack my brain of like, who is a famous woman entrepreneur, founder of a company that started in their garage, sleeping on the floor, working like 80 million hours a week. Like there's like, if I'm thinking of a guy, like I can just start rattling off names. Hit there, this guy, this guy, this guy. Female entrepreneurs, female founders, like it's very rare that they put in those like crazy hours, and it's probably held back a lot of innovation because of this perceived like, what do you do? And then that kind of went to my next step is like, you learn through this pandemic that like I think having your income tied to one source is risky. And you go out there and you say, okay, well, what if this is all wiped away? Or not even what if it's all wiped? What if they came back to you and said, half, we're going to do half. You're not getting as much money this year, or you're not getting your bonuses, or we're cutting back benefits. Like those things could have a dramatic effect. So when you start thinking like, hey, I need to have multiple sources of income, and I can do it fairly easy. But there's also a perception of like, hey, maybe you're making 6 figures a year. Maybe you have like a nice director title, a nice vice president title, and you say, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to start an Etsy store, or I'm going to start a blog, or I'm going to start this influencer page and coach people the skills I know. And as a man, maybe leaving your job and stuff like that is challenging because you got responsibilities too. But I think as a woman, that's probably a lot stronger to say like, why are you leaving behind this like corporate, you made it lifestyle to go start something that is perceived as maybe crafty or cutesy? But at the flip side is people are making sick money doing these Etsy stores and Facebook pages and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things. So initially you said, and I agree with you, it's tougher to think of female founders that have that garage to mogul story. There is one for sure that I love and follow all the time. Sarah Blakely, a self-made billionaire of Spanx.
That was the only one I could think of. That was the only
you said women aren't necessarily willing to put in those crazy hours. I disagree with that part, because I think women are putting in a lot of times way more quote work hours than men, but that work hours also includes picking up the kids, feeding the kids, getting the groceries, making the meals, doing the laundry, keeping the house clean, all the household management stuff that could be a full-time job, especially if you have kids, where I feel like all these guys that had these especially early success stories that out of college or college dropout, they didn't have a family. They weren't worrying about that stuff. They're sleeping on their cousin's couch and eating Cheetos. Not that you couldn't do that as a woman, but it's just like a totally different path. And it's definitely not a lack of putting in the time or being willing to put in the time. It's just where your priorities lie. And of course, all this is like Nate, is generalizations. There's women that think one way or another way, and men that think one way or another way. So it's generalizations, of course. But I think if you want to get anything done, ask a busy mom, because let me tell you, They know how to prioritize. They know how to get stuff done. I don't care if your kid's taking a nap for 3 minutes, you're going to get 8 things done while your husband's still putting his socks on. Generalization, of course. But like the I feel like traditionally, and this even goes into like venture capital funding and VC stuff like that, only 2% of funding usually goes to women-owned startups, which is insane because if you look at the numbers, women-founded startups or that have a woman on the founding team make more money faster, have quicker exits, and higher profitability. So everyone talks about, these women's entrepreneurship initiatives and, oh, it's like some nonprofit kind of thing, or even like you said, oh, women want to make a craftsy, cutesy Etsy store. It's like, no. Women business owners are not a give back to charities social cause. They're not a like, oh, hell, that's cute, they want to start a business. If you want to make a smart strategic business decision, if you want to make a smart strategic profitable investment or partnership, partner with a woman entrepreneur, partner with a female founder, because not saying there aren't ones out there that are doing it as like a cute, fun hobby or craft, like passion project, whatever. But there's a lot of women that are putting in those hours while running a household, while raising kids, while doing a ton of other things, but have that extra drive and passion to do a full business on top of that. That is not a side hustle passion project. This can make some serious money if, people are willing to invest, take a look, and get involved. People ask me that all the time. Is a P5 project a nonprofit? And I'm like, hell no, it is not. And I don't know if you can say a curse word on here, but hell no, it is not, because helping women entrepreneurs, like I said, what I do is, yeah, it's awesome and has a positive impact, and it is great for the community and creates a ripple effect that positively impacts a lot of people when women get more money, statistically proven again. But the things that I do also are extremely profitable and successful. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to make a difference, but I don't want to be doing it while I'm living on the street either. People, especially women, think it's like a trade-off. You either have to do good things and give back and help people, or you can focus on money. What is the most successful and best is when you have people focusing on the money and the success and driving business results who have the right mindset, because they can do so much more to give back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like what the mission behind the P5 project is, because it's not like it's, hey, we are helping women become entrepreneurs. We're helping entrepreneurs that happen to be women, and we're growing them, showing them like how to do it successfully, to break stereotypes, break molds. But you're also probably inspiring other people too, that maybe have sat on the sidelines before and thought, like you said, like they're taught a certain way to behave. They have beliefs that they were instilled at an early age and don't think this is for them. And they realize, like, hey, somebody else is just like me out there doing it. I could do this too, but I haven't had the training and experience to take my idea and build it into a business. Who could I go to? Who could I get connected with? And learn these things. And I think people a lot of times go, hey, I want to go to the guru to show me, but they forget you learn probably more from the community, like hosting live networking events, bringing people into a room and to share knowledge and learn from and take ideas and collaborate. I think that is where a lot of growth happens. So like everything you're doing it's not just like, let me tell you what to do, follow this advice, do it. It's like, hey, I'm going to bring the best people in the world together, boom, right in the spot. You're going to come and learn from them. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to help you do it. And you're going to connect with other people, and you're going to inspire them as well. You're going to learn just as much showing somebody else that's in this same process, but maybe a little bit further behind in the journey as you. You're going to learn a lot from it. And I think that is where the power is in building this amazing community of like-minded people like, hey, we can do it all. We can manage a family, we can manage a household, and we can build very, very successful businesses in all aspects. They don't just, have to be these little traditional or stereotypical businesses that we get, plugged into or whatever. So I love it.
Yeah, and I think I like the way you said that. It's not helping women entrepreneurs, it's entrepreneurs that happen to be women. And the events that we do, the resources we have, the training with, high-level, multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs, Fortune 500 executives, New York Times bestselling authors. The strategies and things that they share, for the most part, are applicable whether you're a man or a woman, to anyone. The strategies, make sense for everyone. And I'm by no means like a burn my bra feminist, like radical person down with men at all. Some of the biggest mentors and supporters of my career, my businesses, in my life are men and continue to be men. And I just think, for me, especially starting in industries again that were really male driven, finance, law, account, like there's a lot of times I was the only woman in the room, and for me, like, I never felt that was a negative. I didn't think it was a bad thing. A lot of times I thought it was a positive because it made you stand out more when it's 50 gray-haired old white guys and a girl, whether that's good or bad. Like, for marketing, business development, I thought that was great. So I never really realized or thought it was important to have strictly women mentors or learn from women. Where it was a big shift and difference for me personally, and it could be different for everyone obviously, is when I had kids and I realized there's a lot of things that women entrepreneurs, specifically if they have kids, face or need to navigate differently than men who are entrepreneurs who also have kids. So I think in general, the learning lesson for me was just, when you're trying to figure out who to take your information from and who you want to be your mentors being either like one-on-one personal coach that you talk to, or mentor from afar, like reading their books, listening to their podcasts, like using their materials. What I think is the quickest way to success is finding people as close to your circumstances and where you want to be as possible, and then following their steps. Like, it never made sense to me. I would learn from all these super successful corporate guys, or if you read a book about Mark Zuckerberg or something, like, I can't follow his footsteps. I'm a 30-something mom of a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. He was a 20-year-old kid that could stay up all day and night in a garage and had no other responsibilities other than coding. Like, is it reasonable for me to think I would have the same results? That's just setting yourself up for failure. So when you're looking for mentors, of course you can look in all different areas, but I think where you can stand on the shoulders of giants and really follow in their footsteps the quickest is when you find someone that's like, for example, for me, I love Chalene Johnson. She was one of the speakers at our summit in August. She has Marketing Impact Academy, multiple 7-figure businesses, highly successful entrepreneur, but has 2 grown kids now. So she's a little further down the road than me, but it's like, hey, she prioritized her family. She has, prioritizes her faith, like the same type of values, and has these highly successful businesses. So how can I, mirror or figure out exactly what she did and learn from her mistakes before I have to make them myself, because I want to, be in a similar position one day and have the same priorities and values. So finding people that come as close to where you are, values, priorities, that kind of stuff, and where you want to go is going to get you faster to where you want to be than trying to figure it out with someone that has, no similarity to you.
And I think it's important to, like, as you're getting started, you're aligning yourself with people that have relatable stories, because I think it's going to make you believe in yourself a little bit more. Like you said, if your mentor was Mark Zuckerberg, maybe he could have coached you to the success you've had or more, but because, like, you go, well, that's like a different circumstances, I'm not going to relate. Maybe I don't think of it as possible, but somebody else is like, hey, I've done this. I've shown you, like, you can do it. Let me introduce you to 4 other people just like me, just like you, that have done it. Yes, I could do it. But at the same time, having a mix of mentors, like you talk about, is important too, because people have different circumstances, different backgrounds. And so you might be starting a business. I know a ton of stuff about sales and know a ton of stuff about business development. I know how to coach people to another level. But then somebody goes, yeah, but how are you going to grow that past just yourself? Oh, I've never managed a team before. I've never hired people. I've never set a culture in my company before. Like, how do I do that? Then you're still looking for people you're in alignment with, but they maybe don't have the same circumstances. Now you're like going like, who are some people that I like the way they've done it, like their culture that they created, how did they do it? Or you need some other aspects of like, moving into different areas of your business, or you decide to launch a product that's compatible with yours. Like, it is important to have tons and tons of mentors that fill the gaps where you need them, and they have experience where you don't necessarily have it, but they also relate to it. So I love your advice there. And I did want to ask you before we go on to the last question, but like, how do you personally manage your day-to-day life? You talked about managing a family, managing a husband. Managing a husband's probably probably harder than managing 2 3-year-olds. But like, how do you do that and grow your business? And if you're coaching business owners, it might be adding a whole nother set of children in there that need a little attention and support throughout the day. So how do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, candidly, Nate, it is something that I am still working on and work on every day to try to improve. I think like a lot of entrepreneurs, very ADHD, and I'm big picture, big solution, like big vision goals, focused, where I think to be successful and get down to the day-to-day planning and detail stuff, you need to basically reach out for help. No, I think a lot of it is self-awareness and knowing what your strengths are, what you're good at, what your zone of genius is, and where you need help and what your strengths are not. And so for the day-to-day planning stuff, I've always, for as long as I can remember, been huge about setting, annual goals, big goals, even down to like months and quarters. Like, I can do that. But then when it came down to like the daily scheduling, or how do I maximize my time for being the most efficient and effective, especially like you said, after having kids and need to juggle a lot of different things, something that's been really helpful for me is like getting a coach. I have a coach, someone that you have accountability to, someone that you check in with frequently, someone that has expertise in, like, so I actually have a meeting tomorrow with someone that's all about systems and making things more automatic in your business. So one of the things, I don't know if you guys know, John Lee Dumas has a huge podcast, Entrepreneur on Fire. I love this thing. Try to use this every day. It's called the Mastery Journal, and it's literally time blocks. So I'm trying to incorporate this more. I'm not perfect at it, but it's so good when I actually do it. That's why I need to try to do it more. But you literally like set up different time blocks of your day. So you have like 40 minutes on for a task, 20 minutes off. If I need to go throw in a load of laundry, or I need to grab a snack to eat or whatever, like those 20 minutes, if I want to watch a quick clip of The Bachelor, those 20 minutes, whatever. But the 40 minutes, all your notifications are off, your phone is off, your social media is off. You're doing one task only for 40 minutes. And if you set up 4 sets of those time blocks a day, it is insane the amount of things you can accomplish. And you don't even realize the amount of time you waste trying to like multitask or be reactive, whether it's for email or social media or notifications, or things like dinging all around other people's priorities, can run your schedule really quick. If you ever have those days that are like, man, I was at my desk all day, but like, what did I actually accomplish? It's because the day's running you, you're not running the day. So having these time blocks and finding someone, if you're not a details person like me, to hold you accountable and actually give you some of the strategies and tips to, prioritize and make your time the most productive, I think has been really, really helpful. Like I said, it's always and still is a work in progress, for transparency.
Yeah, I found like I use right now the High Performance Planner by Brendan Burchard. And I like it because it starts the day off with at 6 a.m. and everything's in like a half-hour increment, and it goes until like almost 8 o'clock at night. And when COVID hit, I was having trouble fitting all my tasks in, and then I would be stressed out because it's like, I have this to-do list. When am I going to get this thing done? And I realized like, oh, if I block it, like this task is happening at this period of time, like I stopped stressing, because I was like, I don't have to worry about it until 2:30. At 2:30, that's when it's happening. But I was missing the day-to-day stuff. Like as stupid as it might sound, like I would not have time to shower because I would go from the gym, screw around on some emails. Next thing I know, it's like, oh crap, I don't have enough time to go clean up and be ready for my 8 o'clock call. Like, I guess I'm just taking it like this. And then the whole day goes by and it's like, great, I've been in my dirty, sweaty gym clothes the entire day. Like, that's just terrible. So I started blocking my thing. But I like this idea about the time blocking and the tasks that are specific to that. I'm really interested in checking that out one out a little bit more, because there's a lot of stuff in this book, like morning mindset, evening journaling, that I'm just like not doing. Like, and I don't know if I'll ever get to doing it. It just might not be something I'm super prioritizing right now. But this idea of time blocking. So before we get too carried away on like just having like another hour chat about how you block your time in a journal, what does it mean to you to be all in?
I think to be all in, and this is something that has actually changed for me recently. I think to be all in means wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're all in on that 100%. And what I mean by that is, especially this year, like you said, with COVID switching everything up and schedules craziness, and like all goals are out the window, planners are out the window, whatever you had planned is kind of like gone. You're trying to refigure everything out. It can be super stressful. And I literally just wrote an article that I published on medium.com called "It's Not Enough," because I started feeling like all the time just so much stress and like anxiety, like to the point where I would get like physically sick. Like I would have just out of nowhere be typing an email or something at my desk and just like panic attack, dripping sweat, like would need to lay on the ground because I was just so stressed out. And I'm like, what is this coming from? It wasn't, I couldn't pinpoint like a specific thing, but I think it was just that overwhelm of feeling like I was on that hamster wheel of there's always something that could be like that I should be doing. So when I was at work, I was thinking like, oh man, I should like I need to do this for the house, or I need to do this for the kids, or I feel bad I'm not spending enough time with the kids or my family or whatever. And then when I was with my kids or family, I was like, man, I have this email to respond to and this project that I should do, and I really should be thinking about this. So I was like never really 100% present anywhere I was. So I was like just building up this stress and anxiety because I never felt like I was all in on whatever I was doing. So what has been really, really helpful for me after working with a therapist, which I had never done, by the way, and you guys, I highly, highly recommend it. It's been insane for not only stress and anxiety and all, panic attacks, all of that stuff, but just the awareness and help it's brought into my career and business has been so, so helpful. So what she challenged me with is the problem is not having big goals or big, vision of what you want to achieve. The problem comes when you have a constantly moving target and you don't know what enough is, because you could be the richest, happiest, most family oriented, awesome person in the world, but if in your mind that's not the target that you're hitting, you're not going to be happy, and you're always going to have that stress and anxiety and pressure on your back. So like this was a visualization. Like think of you're shooting an arrow at a target, right? It doesn't matter if the target's 10 feet in front of you or 100 feet in front of you. If it's there, you can shoot it. Maybe you miss, you adjust, you can hit it again, but you hit it, then you're like, man, yeah, I can celebrate. Okay, well, now I can move it back a little bit and try again. So you can still have the big goal and continue to have big goals. The problem is, think if you're trying to shoot an arrow at a target, and while you're trying to shoot it, it's quick going back. Like you're never going to hit it and you're never going to be happy, but you could get the same results by like pausing and being content, being all in at each spot, knowing what enough is at each, area of your life or each goal at that time. And then once you hit it, take time to celebrate, be content with it, and then you can go for your next big one. One of the like statements that really sticks in my mind is, as a professional development lover too, I think, Nate, like you, I think you'll appreciate this, is, always be better every day, or work to get better, or strive to get better. Being content does not mean you're complacent. And without being content, you're never ever going to be happy or less stressed or, fulfilled. You need to celebrate those victories along the way. And that was something that I never really did, but the more that I've done that, it's been like a huge weight off of my chest. So being all in means literally wherever I am, if that's at work, I'm all in 100% focused on work. But now in a half hour when I leave to go get my kids, my phone is off, my notifications are off. I'm 100% focused on my kids. If we're singing Elsa Frozen karaoke or making a bead neck, like it's that is enough. I need to know what enough is, be all in, and it has been a game changer for sure.
That is super, super powerful. That was one of the best answers I've heard. And so true that we do need to be content. And if we have those constantly moving goals, sometimes people make the joke like, hey, they moved the goalposts, but it's usually like they moved them closer. But like a lot of us, we move them back while we're doing it. And it's like, why do you think you're unhappy? Because you're not hitting these goals, or you don't think it's enough, or being content with where it's at. Because I looked at where I was at last year towards the end. I was like, man, that thing just didn't really go as planned. But then you look back at like what I wanted to do in January of last year and where I came from. You're like, oh, there's some pretty big leaps that have happened. Yeah, I'm not done, and I'm going to continue, but I was probably moving the goalposts back as I've been carrying on and then forgetting to be in the moment. But let's talk real quickly. Who are the people that you're looking to get connected to, the ones you want to work with, that it really just clicks, that they're your tribe and you want to help them out the most?
For me, I love people that are big thinkers. I love people that take action and are not willing to, or not afraid to fail. As you can see my little poster back here, it only takes one yes for success. My husband is the opposite of me. He's an engineer, very detailed, like could plan out how to put in a nail for a picture on the wall for 2 years, I feel like. Where me, I'm like, I don't know. Whoop, not right there. Whoop, not right there. Whoop, right. Okay. But I guarantee I'm going to get it hung first before he will, even though his might be like the perfect place to hang it. I'm going to get it done in 2 minutes. He's going to get it done in 2 years. Not that either way is wrong, but I think the people that I like are the ones that are like, hey, I have these big ideas, these big goals. I'm willing to like shoot for the fences and take action. It doesn't fit. Feedback is not positive or negative. It's just helpful along the way. So people that are willing to take action, hear no, fail, figure things out along the way, is who I love to help. Entrepreneurs, people that are that prioritize collaboration over competition. I don't think I have any competition in the whole world, and that might sound crazy, and I don't mean that as something that's arrogant. I mean that as there's no, and everyone should think of it this way. You have no competition, because even if someone stole your exact product, your exact service, there's no way that they'll be able to do it the exact same way that you will, because they don't have the same life experience as you. They don't have the same successes. They don't have the same failures. They don't have the same expertise. They don't have the same connections. So you could take the same, tit for tat exact thing, and it's just going to be a totally different situation. So like this is a side tangent, but like when entrepreneurs early talk to me and they're like, oh, I don't want to share the idea too soon. I don't want anyone to steal it, or you got to sign a non-compete. It's like, you already beat yourself. The competition is yourself, and you're lost because you're going to lose without people hearing about your product, before you're going to lose from someone else stealing your exact thing and doing it the same way or better. So yeah, that's long-winded answer. Who I like to work with: big thinkers, big action takers, risk takers, people that love to collaborate over compete, because even if we serve the same audience or have similar products or services, I think the more the merrier, and a rising tide raises all ships. So I am more than happy to work with anyone, collaborate with anyone, and I offer that same opportunity to anyone else, even if they are a competitor technically, and I hope they take the opportunity to collaborate, or that they enjoy second place.
I love your attitude towards it, because I think you're right. There is so much abundance that we can all, carve out what's good for us. And so like, if me and you are talking the exact same thing and showcasing the exact same thing, teaching the exact same thing, somebody's going to resonate with your message better from you than for me. And so if I go, that's my person, that's my client, Oh, but I'm not helping them get to where they need to go because there's not this breakthrough because I can't, reach them at the same level you could reach them. Like, isn't it if I'm keeping my clients' best interest at heart, I'd be like, you don't get it from me, but go talk to Jen.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right.
no one's winning if you're like tricking people into working with you or using your resources. That's not going to end well for you or them. So why wouldn't you want to be exactly what you said, Nate? Like that conduit of, hey, this is what I do. This is my message. This is how we work with people. If it's not for you, here's 5 other people that might be able to help you. That person's going to be a lot happier that way. You're going to be a lot happier that way. And, maybe down the road they have someone that they want to refer to you because you did that instead of like secretly shielding other opportunities or resources from them in order to keep them with you where you're both not thriving.
This is awesome. So, gosh, we've been jamming here for quite a while, and it's been a blast chatting with you. So where can somebody go if they want to learn more and continue this conversation with you?
Yeah, for sure. You can check out the p5project.com. It's a little bit dated. We're going to add some stuff really, really soon here. But the p5project.com, every single Wednesday at 1 o'clock Central, we have the P5 Live Power Hours. Those are open to everyone. Awesome, awesome conversations and strategies to increase your income, impact, and influence. For men and women, applicable to all the strategies and tactics that we talk about. And then hop over to Instagram. You can follow me at Jenna Atkinson P5 or at the P5 Project.
Awesome stuff. So I encourage everybody who is listening right now to head on over. All those links will be in the show notes. You can connect with Jenna. And if you do, reach out, say hello, have a conversation with her, and let her know you heard about her first on the All In podcast with Nate Pale. So thank you so much for coming on. I had a blast just chatting with you, and brought a ton of energy, and I got some good feedback. I've posted those comments while they're there, but they'll be in the LinkedIn feed. But got a lot of good feedback on you as well, too. So thank you so much.
Hey, my pleasure, Nate. Thank you so much for having me. I love anytime I can connect with you because you are on the right track and just the master networker, making connections, adding value to other people, or helping them find the people that can add the most value to them. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me and thinking of me. Keep kicking butt over there. I love what you're doing, man.
Thank you.